Michael Jackson moonwalk goes horribly wrong. We've all heard of Michael Jackson's famous moonwalk, and if you don't know what that is, basically he was a world-renowned singer, dancer, and songwriter who had a plethora of hits in the 80s and 90s. And he was also known for his iconic dance moves like the anti-gravity lean and the moonwalk. But today, we won't be talking about the anti-gravity lean. We'll be talking about the moonwalk and how it went horribly wrong during one of his performances. But before we get into that, if you could do us a huge favor and just tap that like button, we'd really appreciate it. And while you're at it, why not subscribe for more great videos? Thanks, guys. So, Michael Jackson's moonwalk was one of the most innovative and seemingly impossible dance moves of all time. It looked as though he was walking on air, and the illusion was so convincing that fans were convinced he was actually levitating. But the truth is, there was no levitation involved at all. Instead, Michael Jackson used a combination of slick dance moves, special effects, and a whole lot of practice to make the moonwalk look so real. But despite its seemingly effortless appearance, the move was actually quite difficult to pull off and required a great deal of skill and precision. In fact, Michael Jackson practiced the move 4 months before he was satisfied with the results. And even then, it took a lot of concentration and focus to execute properly. One time during a performance in 1983, Michael Jackson attempted the moonwalk, but it didn't go as planned. As he began to move, something went wrong, and instead of gliding smoothly across the stage, he stumbled and fell flat on his face. The crowd gasped as they watched him lose his balance and crash to the ground. And although he quickly recovered and got back up on his feet, the damage was done. The illusion was broken, and the audience was left wondering if they had just witnessed the one move that Michael Jackson couldn't pull off. In spite of this humiliating incident, Michael Jackson went on to perfect the moonwalk, and it became one of his signature dance moves. He continued to wow audiences with the gravity-defying move throughout his career, and it remains one of the most iconic and influential dance moves of all time. But what do you think? Do you think you could learn how to moonwalk? Or do you think it's just too difficult? Let us know your thoughts. So we all know that Michael Jackson was the greatest entertainer of all time. I mean, the man could really dance, and he was also a very good singer. There's this one story about Michael Jackson and his moonwalk that I just had to share with you guys because it's hilarious, and it also explains how he came up with the iconic "ow" in the song Smooth Criminal. So, yeah, let's just get into it. This happened back in 1987 during the filming of the Smooth Criminal music video. So Michael Jackson was practicing his famous moonwalk, and he was doing it on this, elevated platform. And as he was doing the moonwalk, he slipped, and then the microphone that was attached to his suit got, launched up his butt. Can you imagine? I mean, I've never experienced that before. I don't even know how that feels. But I can only assume that it's not a very pleasant feeling when a microphone is being shoved up your butt. So he slipped, and the microphone went up his ass, and he was and that's how he came up with the "ow" in Smooth Criminal. I don't know who needed to know that, but I think it's a pretty interesting story. Also, if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button because it really helps out a lot. And consider following for more content like this. But yeah, I just think it's so funny to imagine Michael Jackson slipping and then the microphone just going straight up his ass. What? That's not something that I would expect to happen. But apparently, it did happen. And I feel like if it didn't happen during the filming of the music video, it probably would have never happened at all. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new. If you didn't already know this, now you do. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.